Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn here with our auntie in update 5 on hard mode. And I have a sore throat once again, so apologies if I sound a little bit nah, but it just keeps coming back. It won't go away. So what are we doing? We are filling holes, which are doing pretty well. We are doing pretty well filling holes. We are not doing a good job of actually filling the water though. It's not. It's doing okay. I have only just put in these pumps here. These are dumps, sorry, here. But our water situation is a little bit low. But that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I put in 2 extra tanks here, which are set to supply, so that we can all the pumps that can pump out here will fill these. They'll dump their water in those. If the haulers don't grab them, they don't have so far to go, and then these will get moved over. Our breeding has stopped because we have no berries. We're still waiting for them to grow. They're getting there. 40%. Yeah, they're getting there. They'll be okay. We do have some coffee, though. Hey, we have some coffee. Which means I think these have gone through a cycle once at least already, I would think. Because coffee takes, I don't know, coffee takes 3 days. They take 12 days. So, no. Okay, yeah. So, we don't need a coffee field this large, but we're going to have one anyway because, yay, coffee. Okay. There's a few other things I need to do as well. I need to get rid of these temporarily. The Flames of Unity here and rebuild them because we need the power lines to go underneath here, so we'll have to destroy those in a minute. We'll do that in a minute, so we'll see them there. And also over here I am blowing a hole here because I want to put in a sunken area for our metal, and I might put like scrap in the bottom and metal above or something. I don't know, maybe scrap is not all that important, but we want loads of metal blocks, so that's what I want to do here. I want to put in loads of metal blocks. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to do a can I even do this? Oh, I might not be able to do this. I might have messed this up. Yeah, I think I messed this one up. I've made, don't do that, and that won't work because that's not reaching the floor below. Yeah, I messed that one up. Yeah, I need to make the hole bigger. Oops. Let's not look at that. Let's pretend that's not there. Someone with his towers here. Someone mentioned, Zuigi mentioned in the comments. Thank you everybody who commented on the last episode. It's always fantastic. I love all the comments and reply to them and things, even if I think some of the things we're having a misunderstanding of things. Zuigi, I think we're having this here. You were saying about blowing holes down, and what you meant was blowing all the way down to like bedrock as far as this goes down, and put the storages underground. I don't get that. I don't get what the difference between blowing all the way down to bedrock and putting underground to me building a tower all the way up into the sky. There's no difference between the two. There's no difference. The distance to the top or the distance to the bottom would be the same, so it wouldn't make any difference. I do agree, and I have done it, and I do it. I set the ones on ground level to be obtained, so any dirt or any material that's above them or below them will get filtered into here by the haulers. So when the builders come to grab them, they only have to go to these ones here. That makes sense. With 3 above, with 3 below, so that makes sense. But I don't get what you mean by go down to bedrock. It makes more sense to build exactly the same down as you do up, so it's the same distance. And then the only advantage is obviously you could build other things on top. If you put storage below, you could build other things on top. So I get that, but yeah, to each their own. So set the ground floor to be obtained, and then your haulers will take stuff from the above floors into there, and then when these are full, they will take them from the processors or the producers into here. Yeah, it makes sense. This is bad. I'll fix this later. Pump wise, this is another one here. No, the reservoirs are being a bit of a thing. They're working and not working. So yeah, they're doing the job, but they're not doing the job. And also, I've used the wrong terminology a couple of times when speaking about the reservoirs. I've used the word speed, trying to get the pumps, these pumps here, the drinking pumps, to get the water as quickly as possible out of the reservoir into the tanks. What that's been interpreted is as I should move the pumps to the middle of the reservoir so that they can get the water as quickly as possible, and then this reservoir can be used to fill this one here. When I say speed, that's not what I meant. When I say as fast as, what I mean is I want to get the water out of the reservoir before it evaporates. So that's the whole point of me when I say speed, and it's on me. I'm saying the wrong things. It's not, it's volume. It's the amount of volume I want to get out of here. So that's why this fills, and it fills this one, and this one fills this one. And the idea is that then this will be empty all the time, this will be emptied all the time, and it will be in this one here. So the water pumps, the drinking water pumps, can always have access to water to fill the tanks. Because water in tanks does not evaporate, it's not wasted. And that's what I want. So I don't want to put the pumps here, because then this one will just be evaporating away, completely wasting the water. And we'll only be able to pump during the short wet seasons that we get, because this will be empty. So I want to leave the pumps here because I want to give them as much volume of water, and I want to take that volume of water out of the reservoir and put it into tanks. I'm moving my hands, you can't see my hands, but I'll take it out of here and put it into tanks. That's what I mean. It's not about getting the water faster, because if I wanted to get the water faster, I'd put the pumps up here, and we could get it really, really quickly. It's about taking as much water out of here. So we want to have all the water pushed over to here, so pumped out of this one into here, pumped out of this one into here, and then as much volume of water into these tanks as possible. So when the bad season, the drought or the bad tide comes along and these stop pumping, this is empty, this is full because this is always filling this one and the water's being pumped out. If we put the pumps there, they'll dry this one up, and then this one here will just evaporate away and won't be used. We've only got a couple of pumps that fill it, so yeah, that's on me. I'm saying the wrong things, saying the wrong terminology, or it's been interpreted wrong. I'm just, that's, yeah. So we want to leave the pumps here. I don't want to move the pumps. I don't want to move the drinking pumps, because I want them to have as much as access to as large amount of water as possible to fill the tanks. That's the thing. So yeah, and we want to use the tanks, because if we put it in here, it doesn't evaporate, and then we can dump it back down, because we have the spare beavers, or at least we will once we get more berries, to dump it back down to keep this full. So that's the idea behind it. That's the whole principle of this whole thing. Is the amount of water, not getting the water faster. So I don't want to move the pumps. Don't want to move them over here. I want to leave them there. They have access to as much water as possible. Hopefully that makes sense. I can explain that correctly. Also, in terms of, I was confused the last episode as to why our like exercise plazas and things weren't very high. Like the exercise plazas were never very high there. I realised, I think in the comment I replied to it saying it was less than 10% of the population. That's because I didn't have the power for things, but I do now, so that's fine. What I was confused on with this is that I would have assumed these buildings, being the size they are, the power requirements and the build requirements of them, that they would benefit a beaver for a very long time. Like if we come down here, like this here. So if you remember the last series, I had a beaver at the top, which we made immortal. And I did a check to see how long it takes these things to decline. The higher the amount that you have, the higher the bonus to them, the longer it takes to decline. So some of the other ones that we had, like the books and the bath and the carousels and things, which were all like 3 or 4 bonuses, they took 2 or 3 days. In fact, books took 10 days to die. But the bath took 4 days before the bonus disappeared. That's why I was confused as to why it wasn't affecting so many people, because they would only have to go to one of these ones once every 4 days. I don't know the numbers for them. It might be they only last a day. I don't know. But I kind of figured that, well, if the exercise plaza is giving +3 and this is completely full, this should take like 2 or 3 days to decline. So you don't need to visit that. This troll guard doesn't need to visit the Exos Plaza for another 4 days. So that's why I was confused as to why there was so why this number was so low. Because I would have expected it to be sort of much about 50%. If I'm honest with you, I would have thought it would have been about 50%. Yeah, we've got 400. We've got nearly 500 beavers. Yep, I know that. Okay, that's fine. And we've only got 3 Exos Plazas. 1, 2, 3. But if it's only once every 4 days, then yeah, that's why I was confused on that. I am still confused on that. I need to check the numbers to see how long it actually takes before it completely runs out after you've got it. You know, after the like here it's full, and I need to check how long this takes to go. So, did Trollgar go back in there? No. Wait, I'm confused. He's gone back into the motivatorium. Oh, he's unemployed, so he's doing nothing. So Trollgar's not really a good example of that. So he can go around everything. I need to find an employed beaver that's using the Exposed Plaza. You're unemployed, so but yeah. So that's why. Also, I mean, I know we have it now, but when we had the all the breeding pods running, we had almost 100 beavers doing nothing. So I would have expected all of them to at least have 100% of these full. So I don't know. It was confusing. Maybe it's just because they didn't have power. Maybe that was the biggest issue. I don't know. But speaking of power, let's do this here. Okay. So I'm going to pause the game for a moment because I don't want any beavers walking through. And then we're going to come along with this here, and we're going to remove this road here. Road here. This road here. That one. That one. That one. And we're going to remove this because I have to. And we're going to do the same here. We're going to remove that. Oh, I removed the. But it's not needed. Anyway, it's not needed. But, okay, so we get rid of that. We put the power back in. We put these over the top, and then we put stairs over the top. Like that. And there we go. Okay, and there's no path going along here now, so we don't necessarily need these, but it's fine. So yeah, so we do that there. And we've got to do that here as well. Poof. Poof. Boom. There we go. Okay, and then we need to put the motivatorium. Motivatorium? No. Tribute to ingenuity on top. So we just go with double platforms all along. Keep getting this weird delay. It's not. That's me. I think that's weird. This weird sort of delay. It's not the autosave. That might have been the autosave. I didn't see that time there. But every now and then, I'll click and I'll start dragging, and it will pause for just a moment. I've let go. I move my mouse because it's paused just a second. My mouse is over here when I do it. Again, it might be me. It might be me not letting go of the buttons things because my mouse is way lighter now. So yeah, we don't need to build those ones at the back actually. So, let's save our wood because oh no, we don't have enough wood. And then we put those back in again. Flame of ingenuity. Flame of unity. Flame of ingenuity. No. Tribute to ingenuity. Flame of unity. Boom. There you go. Boom. And then this one will need to be changed as well. We'll do that in a minute. Yeah, they can build those and that'll be fine. Oh, everything's flooded because I keep doing that. I keep forgetting to close this. I use it as a quick fill and then I forget to close it so it floods everything and then ends up pouring into these holes here and flooding the storages. So we're okay. We'll be fine. Won't flood. Okay, there we go. Bottom. There we go. Okay. So, how are we going to fix this not working properly here? I have a couple of options. The one that I'm really leaning towards and I really like requires keeping the mod for the floodgate thing. which yeah, bah. And that one is that I just blow these walls out and have this as one giant reservoir, and put floodgates on the end here, so when a bad tide happens, the floodgates open here and close here, and it just pulls off the map. And then, yep, that's probably the one that I really like. We could also do the whole zigzag of the walls. There's a couple of things. There was a suggestion. Sorry. Roll through. Oh, it was in the previous episode. Of was it the previous? Oh, hang on. Puffmeister. There it is. There. But mentioned about building. It's not a zigzag. It's a sawtooth. Build it in a way where we can put more pumps in. There was also another comment by Secret Investor. Excuse me. Separate the pumps out and put a pump in between. So that, like here, for instance, and put a pump between, which is something you used to be able to do. I'm sure you used to be able to do this. So we get another pump and we put it here. Not here, but it will go here, for instance, like that. And it would pump up and then drop off from this side here. The problem is that the pumps themselves can only accept power on this end plate here. They can't accept power here. So you can't do that. You can't stagger them, and leave a gap in between and stagger them, and then because they don't share power. So it's annoying. It's annoying. You can't do that. The whole the castle top. That's the one I was thinking. The battlefield. We have this edge here, have battlefield, and then instead we turn these like 90 degrees, and we have one facing this way, or two facing that way, two facing this way, and then the water flows into here, and then pumps out and pours into this one here, and that's got. And it's difficult to envision. Let me do it. Go over. No, where I got that. Oh, here we do. Here we do. I'll do it with levies because it's easier that way. So we do this sort of thing. Not necessarily to this scale, maybe larger. But you'll get the understanding. So we do this. And as you can see, the water will be pumping from this. So if we would seal that one off and would seal that one off like that. So you can imagine this is one pool here, and this is another pool here, and the pumps would pump from this pool, but this one will pump from this side. As with this one, these two would pump from this side because this gap is on this side, and they drop into that one there. And then they fill this side of the pool. So you can do that, and you have channels. The problem to that is that the way evaporation works in Timberborn is edges. The amount of edges you have on a pool cause way more evaporation. And I'm using the term evaporation incorrectly there because it's not evaporation; it's moisture seepage. It seems to be the way the game sort of calculates it. There is an easy way you can test it for yourselves. It's one I've done a video before where you've seen done a video where I've tested this. But the easiest way to test it is if you have hold on. I don't know if it works with levies or not, but you have a hole that's 3 by 3. That is 9 tiles of water and 12 tiles of edges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 tiles of edges. If you fill that with water and let it drain out, it will take X amount of days to drain, which is fine. However, if you build something like this, so we got the same one, but you do this. You do that. Okay? That is 9 tiles of water. It's the same amount of water, but it's got 16 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because that counts. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 edges of water. The water is up against 16 edges. This one will evaporate quicker than that one. Test it yourself. You can build this yourself and put water in it, and then let it evaporate. And this one will evaporate quicker than that one. So it's not the amount of tiles, because this is obviously 3x3 and it's 9 tiles. This is 9 tiles in here as well. It's not 3x3, but it's 9 tiles. But because there's 16 edges instead of 12, this one evaporates quicker, which makes me know that edges count a lot towards evaporation. And I keep using the word evaporation because I believe it works with levees as well. So if you have like levee edges, the water seeps through the levees. So it's a little weird. I'm not sure how the calculations exactly work, but that's basically what we discovered. So yeah. So building that system in here means the water would evaporate a lot quicker, which is not necessarily what we want. However, we could absolutely do it here, and just have it fill this pool and then leave this flat area here. So we're kind of compromising. So this one would be staggered. So it would have more evaporation on this edge, but we wouldn't do it this side because this is just pumping out fine there. So we could do that. I don't know. Is that something you'd like to see me try and do? Try and build the weird Batman thing? I don't know how deep we'd go with it. But we could build it there. There's also, we could absolutely build this in a different sort of way. I'm sure we could figure out a way to get more mechanical pumps in this by, stacking that way, or we could have this come down, go along, and come out here, and then instead of having this long ways, we could turn it 90 degrees and have the pumps in here, so we have more surface area filling. But it's half of one and 6 the other. We've only got a 20-day drought. Something weird has happened. I know for a fact on hard mode, when you're up to this level, when you're up to like cycle 100 plus, you shouldn't be getting 20. You should be getting 25 days minimum. So something is wrong. I don't think I've seen a drought that's been longer than 25 days or a bad tide weather. So I feel like something's broken as I've got higher in the level, higher in the cycles. I'm sure it's something I've observed before. As you get further and further in the cycles, it actually, like, the game becomes slightly easier. That sounds weird, but yeah. Anyway, so that's that there. Sorry, not a lot is happening in this episode at all. Apologies for that. We're doing things. I'm explaining stuff. We're having a talking episode. I apologise. I haven't done one for a very long time, so I hope you'll forgive me for just having a talking episode. But yeah, this reservoir thing here. So what would you like to see me do? Do you want me to do what would you do in this situation? That's more what I should say there. What would you do? Because I don't know what. Do we floodgate here, open this up, floodgate there, and then just use the mod that we still have installed to open and close the floodgates during the bad tide and the thing? So we just change these here. We open these ones for bad tide, go away, and then the good water comes down here. If we did that, we could get rid of this row here completely and just have one large tank here. That would work because it would only have good water come into it and a little bit of bad tide every now and then, which wouldn't really affect. We could also, if we did blow that up as well, we could move these pumps to be on the end here and actually pump the bad water out instead, and then we could leave it like this and have the pumps pumping the bad water out. That's an option we could do. I don't know. I don't really think that's doable. Or that's that. It's doable. I don't see that being of any benefit here. Do we want to try the castle top? Is what I should call it. Let's call it the castle top because that makes sense. Back forward. Do we try that just in here? There? Either way, we very much need to increase our power. So that's fine. So I need to build this here and fix this here, and I've messed this up. This, yeah. I don't know what I was thinking here. But I've got this wrong. Yep. I need a three gap. Oh, I think what I was going to do was I was going to blow this path out. That's probably what I was going to do, and then put a 3-1 in here. Yeah. Oops. Not thinking. Not thinking there. Yep, that's what I was going to do. And then we go down there. Yep. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'll blow that up into that because I think we're fine for metal blocks. We need a couple of metal blocks to build these things. You are done. So we'll let these get built, and then I'll do that. I'll fix that. So that's fine. I'll see how it goes. So now we are in a very serious situation, however, because I've got to hope our pumps can pump enough water out in time. See, you're full because you have nowhere to put in it. So I need to prioritize these. That's what I've done wrong. I need to prioritize these, get rid of the water. Haulers, come here, put it here. Pull these out and go and fill the rest of the area. We need these to be emptied as often as possible so that our beavers that are working in here can dump their water in these quickly as possible. So, yeah. And we're at 100% contamination already. Okay. Right. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know what we should do here. We could also just make this one giant reservoir and even deal with the bad water being coming in here and not worry about it. We just have to change this edge up here to be more to be levees, and then just have one giant reservoir that pumps out water. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me know what you think. So we shall leave this one here, and we shall come back next time. We'll actually do things. I promise. Next episode we will actually do things. I will also do this here. I will remove this and we'll make this the same as these. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Sorry for all the talking. Hope to see you again in the next one. Please come back. Until then, as always, have fun.